Have you ever been in a conversation with someone and felt like you were just a supporting actor in their one-person show? They can be charming, successful, and the life of the party, but you walk away feeling totally drained and unseen. These are the subtle but powerful signs of a truly selfish person. In this video, we're breaking down the 7 red flags you need to watch for so you can protect your energy and build healthier connections. It's a situation most of us know all too well. You invest your time, energy, and emotions into a relationship, whether it's a friend, family member, or partner, only to realize it's a one-way street. Selfish people have a real knack for making you feel like your needs are an afterthought, your feelings are an inconvenience, and your time is just less valuable than theirs. Now, there's a difference between someone who is self-centered and someone who is truly selfish. A self-centered person might get lost in their own world, but they can still feel bad when they realize they've hurt someone. A truly selfish person, however, consistently acts with a disregard for others and rarely shows any remorse for the damage they leave behind. Recognizing these individuals isn't about judging them, it's about self-preservation. Understanding the signs empowers you to set boundaries, protect your mental well-being, and pour your energy into people who will actually pour back into you. So what's the first big giveaway? The absolute cornerstone of a selfish personality is a deep lack of empathy. Empathy is that ability to understand and share someone else's feelings, to put yourself in their shoes, even for just a second. Selfish people really struggle with this. They're so locked into their own wants and needs that they genuinely can't or won't consider anyone else's perspective. This goes way beyond just being a bad listener. It's a fundamental inability to connect with your emotional state. For example, maybe you come to them after a terrible day, just wanting a listening ear. You start explaining what happened, and within a minute, they've completely pivoted the conversation back to themselves. They'll say something like, "Wow, that sounds rough. It reminds me of this one time I had a crazy deadline and my boss," and suddenly your crisis is just a launch pad for their own story. This behavior comes from a worldview where their own problems are always the most important. They'll dismiss or downplay your struggles because, in their mind, nothing can really compare to what they're going through. This constant lack of empathy is exhausting and makes a real balanced relationship pretty much impossible, leaving you feeling unheard and emotionally stranded. This sign is one of the easiest to spot day to day. With a selfish person, every conversation is a monologue, and they are always the star. They have a bottomless need to be the center of attention and will steer every chat back to them to make sure the spotlight never moves. Think about your recent hangouts. Do they ever ask about your life, your work, or how you're really doing? And if they do, is it a genuine question or just a polite pause before they can jump back to talking about themselves? A classic tactic is the conversational one-upper. You share a win, and they immediately share a bigger one. You mention a problem, and they counter with a story about a much harder struggle they survived. This isn't just being a chatterbox. It's rooted in a deep-seated belief that their experiences and feelings are just more interesting and important than anyone else's. If you leave every conversation knowing all about their latest drama and wins, but they know next to nothing about yours, you're dealing with a profoundly selfish person. Their lack of interest is a blazing red flag that they see you not as an equal, but as an audience for their life story. Truly selfish people often see others not as individuals, but as tools to get what they want. This leads directly to manipulative and exploitative behavior. They are masters at getting their way, often using tactics that leave you feeling confused, guilty, or like you owe them something. The manipulation can be sneaky. It could be the friend who guilt trips you into paying for their coffee every time, saying, "You know how tight things are for me right now," even though you know they're doing just fine. Or it might be a partner who uses emotional blackmail, saying things like, "If you really loved me, you'd do this," to get you to ignore your own needs. Another favorite tool is gaslighting, where they twist your reality to serve their own interests.